What's happening everyone, and welcome back to TV Box Stuff. And if this is your first time here, you have just landed on the best reviews in TV boxes and accessories, so be sure to subscribe. And in today's video, I'm very excited to introduce a TV box that's going to surprise you with its speed, unique features, its hybrid firmware, and affordable price. This is the HK1 RBOX X4S, and this is an Amlogic S905 X4 TV box. Now, I don't usually get all excited about boxes, but this box, though it may appear as your regular Android box, its developers have made an ambitious attempt at presenting something new, capturing some of the spotlight shared by popular brands such as Ugoos, A95X, Micool, and Beelink. In this review, I would emphasize on the features that I believe are the selling points of this box, and let's see if this box has the potential of taking the title of the best TV box for 2022 for its performance, features, and price. So don't skip to the end of this video just yet, I guarantee you would want to see this. Stay tuned. So welcome back, and in this purchase you get the HK1 model that adopts a similar design to the earlier HK1 box. The layout of this one is slightly different, where it has ventilation holes both beneath and to the top edges, and they also printed the HK1 RBOX branding to the top with a little bit of artwork to make it attractive. For connecting ports, it's pretty standard with one HDMI, one Ethernet LAN, one optical audio, one audio video with a reset button on the inside, and its DC power input. To the side it has one USB 3.0, one USB 2.0, a micro SD card slot, and to its front it has an LED display. The rest of the package includes one infrared remote. This remote is not an air mouse, and the mouse button you see here responds to the direction keys and moves one point at a time. So if you want to control your TV box with a mouse cursor on the screen, then you would need to purchase a separate air mouse with a gyroscope function. You can also find links in the description to some of my most recommended ones. You get one HDMI cable, a 5 volts 2 amps DC power adapter, and your user manual. So when you set up this box on your TV and start up for the first time, you'll be greeted with an attractive HK1 animation followed by its launcher. So the first feature I want to highlight is the lightning speed of its interface. I've never seen a TV box launcher move this fast, not even from the most powerful TV box on the planet, the Nvidia Shield. Just look at the speed of this interface. So what's the difference here, and why is it so fast? I believe it has to do with firmware optimization, CPU clock speed, together with proper heat management. The question is, will it maintain this speed when you start to apply apps to its internal storage and engage in intensive activities? That we will see during the benchmarking segment. However, I must admit, this is impressive. The design and the layout of the launcher itself is pretty basic, with your standard main icons that cannot be changed together with a shortcuts bar below here. It features a memory cleaner button for killing apps running in the background and freeing up system resources. You also get a date and time widget. Included in this firmware is a navigation bar and a full status bar with system controls. There are two ways you can activate it. The first way is by heading over to the settings area under more settings and disabling the system bar hide switch. The other way is to press and hold the menu button on the stock remote to enable or disable it. Other features include a root switch, hardware monitor status on the navigation bar. You get 4K 2160p display up to 59.94 Hz. And you get 10-bit and a 12-bit color chroma subsampling as shown here by my capture card. This means that smaller text from documents and web pages will be clearly visible on this box. You get HDR display with the option to set it to adaptive HDR. This comes in handy for people who don't have HDR TVs. You get HDMI CEC options, energy saver options. It has 54 various languages. You get surround sound audio options. Even though there are no options listed here, I've already checked and it has all the Dolby Vision and the DTS decoders available. You also have the AV1 decoder available. Not included in this firmware is built-in screen rotation or client server settings, but I will test for screen rotation in just a moment. With this firmware, you can turn off the box using the stock remote by simply holding the power button for 1 second and the shutdown or restart option will appear. You can also start the box with the remote from an off position. And for those interested in split screen feature for Android 11, that feature is not available, and I will explain as I highlight the next unique feature, which is its hybrid firmware. Its core operating system is Android 11 tvOS, but its launcher is from the mobile version. The Google Play Store is Android tvOS, but its launcher, app section and settings area are from what you would find on a box running the mobile version. What I believe this developer was attempting to do is to develop a firmware that would deliver Google Wideband Level 1 with HDCP 2.2 protection that you would normally get on the Android TV OS version, and at the same time give you the unique features TV box enthusiasts so enjoy on the mobile version. If this was successful, then this box would have created history and the demand for it would have been insane. For pre-installed apps, they have included a number of premium movie streaming applications such as Netflix, Amazon Prime Video, and Disney+. For alternative ways of streaming, they preloaded Tubi TV, TikTok, KDMC, the Android TV version of YouTube, and Smart YouTube TV. The rest of apps are your media players, file browsers, web browsers, and system apps. So I proceeded to install all the apps I need to complete my review, some from the Play Store and the rest I had to sideload using APKs, and I just couldn't help but be fascinated by the speed of this interface. Just look how quickly it installs this APK. The root switch feature works as it should to provide root access. However, it's not an instant root switch, which means each time you adjust the switch, you will have to restart the box for it to activate. So let's now take a quick look at its system and hardware information. The manufacturer is Amlogic, and the model of the main board is the AH213. This model has 4GB of DDR3 RAM and 64GB of internal storage. This here is the remainder after the Android operating system and apps installed. Its Bluetooth version is 4.0. Its CPU, which is the Amlogic S905 X4, is a quad-core Cortex A55 CPU, and it's clocked at 2.0 GHz with support for only 32-bit ABIs. This means it can only run 32-bit apps and games. Its display is powered by the Mali G31 with a refresh rate of 60 Hz with OpenGL ES version 3.2 support. Its network adapter delivers dual-band 2.4 plus 5 GHz Wi-Fi support. Its operating system is Android 11, codenamed internally Red Velvet Cake, and it shows that the box is currently rooted. Under devices, it shows that it has Vulkan version 1.1 GPU support. Under temperature, it shows that the box idles around 63 degrees Celsius, and we'll see how high it increases during gameplay later in the video. Under codecs, it has all the decoders for the playback of 4K HDR videos and videos with the new AV1 decoding. I can also identify the DTS HD and the Dolby Vision decoders in this list. And that's it for its system and hardware information. So I guess by now you have already gathered that this box is not Google certified, nor does it have the digital rights to play premium services such as Netflix, Disney+, and Amazon Prime Video above 480p resolution, even though you may have a premium account. If this developer had succeeded in providing Wideband Level 1 with HDCP 2.2 protection on this hybrid firmware, that would have been a game changer. However, we are still stuck at 480p. With YouTube, it plays in 4K 2160p quality with HDR. It also comes pre-installed with the smart YouTube TV version, and with this version, you can play YouTube videos in 4K 2160p resolution with HDR and in AV1 format. For mirroring your mobile devices, it comes with the official version of Miracast. However, the Miracast app does not work or has difficulty connecting to my Android devices. But I guess they already knew that, hence they included the AirScreen app that mirrors your mobile devices in standard quality. So this is a demonstration of me casting my Android cell phone using a Miracast app in standard quality. Now the next feature had me a bit concerned, and that is its customization features. Seeing that this is a hybrid firmware and its core operating system is Android tvOS, I was concerned that alternative launchers such as the ADW Launcher 2 and the new Nova 7 launcher would not work as it should. Surprisingly, when installed on this firmware, both alternative launchers, which of course you have to sideload using APK app stores such as APK Pure or Aptoid, installs and operates without issues, delivering mobile features such as long-click menu pop-ups and drag and drop shortcuts. The default launcher has the ability to change its wallpaper from both a selection of preloaded images, and you can also select your own custom wallpaper. On the alternative launcher, I discovered that on the ADW2 launcher, you cannot change the wallpaper, but the new Nova 7 launcher, you can change it to anything you like. The bad news is that live wallpapers don't work on this box, but I still give the developer credit for achieving this much on this hybrid firmware. For those interested in screen rotation to portrait mode, which is very useful for digital signage, will be disappointed because it's not supported on this box. So moving along, and it appears that at every juncture there's a feature that I need to emphasize. When it comes to 4K video playback, there's a new media player on the block and it's impressive. This new media player is called the Nova Media Player, and it has all the features found on the VLC player and more. Where the VLC player fell short in areas such as AV1 decoding and interactive features that gives you information on the media you are playing, the new Nova Media Player delivers that and more. It even gives you the option to search the web for subtitles and the thumbnails for the video you are playing. It even delivers HDR and surround sound audio formats, as you will see in a moment. But similar to other media players, it cannot activate the Dolby Vision feature on your TV like Netflix does. And that is because even though the hardware supports it, the app playing those videos must have a license from Dolby to include their decoder, which activates the feature on your TV like Netflix does.
only a win for Barca would be enough, because it would give them the same number of points as Atletico. But the head-to-head goal difference is what counts in the case of...
So the videos play really well on this new media player, and it activates the HDR feature on my TV. I interrupted each video to give you a demonstration of the on-screen display and the video and audio format information. And it has the decoders for the AV1 video format, so here's a video sample. And now for the surround sound audio test using the new Nova media player.
This is Dolby Atmos, the world's first object-based cinematic audio. With powerful moving audio that transcends from channels.
So this test reveals that I got the Dolby Atmos DTS audio and Dolby Surround from the Dolby Vision video. However, I did not get DTS-X, DTS HD Master Audio, and Dolby True HD. I also tested these videos on the VLC player, on Kodi, and on the EXO player, and the results were the same. And for my final demonstration, I will now play some Android games and test for graphics rendering performance, gamepad keymapping capabilities, Google Play Services access, and for overheating.
Please recall me. Let's go.
Enemy down!
So its graphics rendering is pretty okay, and I got gamepad keymapping to work on popular games such as PUBG and Call of Duty Mobile. However, there is something I discovered during the gaming segment, and that is, if you connect this box to a Wi-Fi 6 router, it connects without issues. However, certain games will not recognize the connection and refuse to play. If you connect it to a Wi-Fi AC router, all is well and good. The other issue is that I cannot connect anything to Bluetooth. It connects and then disconnects soon after. Also, this box overheats due to its CPU clocked at 2.0 GHz, so it's fast, but you will need to apply a cooling fan if you intend to play games on it. Without a cooling fan, it goes as high as 90 degrees Celsius, and with a cooling fan, it maintains around 56 degrees. So with all that speed, let's take a look at its benchmarks and see where it places on the rankings chart. First, its RAM and internal storage. It has a RAM copy speed of 3,456 megabytes per second. Its internal storage has a read speed of 159 megabytes per second and a write speed of 127. Its internal storage, read and write speeds are similar to those on hexa-core models. During the Wi-Fi and Ethernet LAN speed test, I got some strange results. Seeing that I discovered an issue when connected to a Wi-Fi 6 router, I performed multiple tests on my AX and AC routers and the results were the same. Based on my network speed of 250 megabits per second, the 5 GHz band only achieved 28% of my bandwidth, the 2.4 GHz band achieved 9%, and the LAN port only achieved 37%. So its Wi-Fi adapter not performing so great in this box. However, the LAN port is performing as it should because it's not a gigabit LAN port. In its CPU benchmark, the Geekbench 4 app that performs a series of time tasks delivered a score of 760 single-core and 2186 multi-core. There's nothing special about these scores as they are consistent with other S905 X4 models. In the Antutu benchmark, it scored 90,078. This is a good score and we'll see where it places on the rankings chart. My final benchmark is the test I performed on its GPU graphics rendering performance. As seen in its system and hardware information, this box has Vulkan support, so it qualified for the Slingshot Extreme test. It scored 5,878 in the Ice Storm Extreme test, 586 in the Slingshot test, and 373 in the Slingshot Extreme test with Vulkan support. These scores are also consistent with other S905 X4 models. So the scores are in, and the HK1 RBOX X4S is at position 25 in reference to Antutu benchmark scores. I give it a 4 out of 5 star rating for its hybrid firmware, its lightning speed, and its benchmark scores. You can view this chart on my blog where you can maximize it and compare various benchmark scores and special features such as Google certification, root switch, and 64-bit architecture. I also provide price comparison using these links right here. See the link to this chart in the description below this video. In summary, this box is not your usual TV box. Its unique hybrid firmware and its ridiculously fast user interface is something I've never seen from a high-end model, from the Nvidia Shield, a TV stick, from a custom ROM or development board. It has features some would find very satisfying, and the concept of what this developer is aiming to achieve is brilliant but not yet complete. It does have some drawbacks with its Wi-Fi 6 compatibility with the new Wi-Fi 6 technology and its non-functional Bluetooth feature. With its lightning speed, it does generate a lot of heat during intensive activities such as 3D gaming, and for that I recommend that you use a cooling fan. It's not needed, however, if you don't intend to play games. And with that said, I look forward to a firmware update to correct some of the bugs and improve its features. So this brings to an end my review. Thanks goes out to Refune for sending over this model, and they have literally slashed the price of this box in half, where you can get it for only $40 with the exclusive TV Box Stop coupon which I have placed in the description below along with a purchasing link. So if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. If you love TV boxes and you are heavily into streaming movies and TV shows, then I urge you to subscribe to this channel to keep in the loop as to when I review the next new TV box on the market. Thanks for taking the time to watch my video. Stay tuned and I'll be seeing you in the next one.